cheers. In their last gasps, the negative forces continue to call for division, inciting polarization in every way possible, through their attempts to put the surface population in conflict against each other. It is clear that this plan will not have the effect, because as we have been emphasizing for a long time, now more than ever, there's much light on Earth. So it is to be expected that they, who wish to maintain the old system, some disharmonies, but will not be able to go beyond a certain line. The New Age beacon is well lit, and nothing negative groups do can prevent this quantum leap, which has been predicted for so many ages. You, on the surface, are somehow already used to the amount of fake news that continues to spread through your media, in an attempt to maintain control through fear. Every day this is becoming less acceptable, and now many of you are following the inner call to truly understand the inner voice of truth. We also know how restless many of you are, because of what is called the second wave. Bear in mind that, as we have emphasized, those who wish to annihilate humanity will not cross this line. They have already been warned by our forces that if necessary, we will advance with our fleets through the low orbit of the planet. Of course, all over the planet, there is a lot of movement from our spaceships. Many of you may be following those displacements, as our escort ships cross back and forth, to chase away any remnants of the negative Drake fleets that may still be trying to hide. It must also be said that, through our Telos allies, we have advanced from the interior of the Earth to certain areas of the surface, in order to neutralize some underground forces of negative groups that still resist changes. In recent times, many children have been rescued by our forces. We can say that it has been hard work, but we are making progress according to plan. At this point, many of you may have to collaborate more directly with certain releases, and when appropriate, you will know the next steps. Many of you are direct members of what we might call galactic police forces, which in no way resemble your ground surveillance. We are also quick to say that we in no way underestimate the work of the Earth policemen and their task forces, but rather that our way of working is different from what you are used to seeing. We are endowed with certain equipment. We also have a neutralizing force field, the largest in the galaxy, which we obviously do not use directly on Earth, because there are laws that must be respected. Laws that some still do not understand, and in this misunderstanding they wonder why we do not intervene once and for all in everything that is happening. As we always say, we have a limit to act and we cannot in any way disrespect the sovereignty of the peoples of the Earth and their creative capacities. You are entering an area of space where there is a large amount of energy with the ability to drastically alter the vibration of your body. It will increase your telepathic abilities and strengthen your immune system. As intelligent as the representatives of the negative forces are, when they designed the current plan, they let go of the fact that the COVID-19 could not be fully implemented as they wanted. Since crossing through this area of space naturally increases to you, your own immunity. This occurs thanks to the crystalline particles in this specific area of space, which you and the planet are crossing, a measure that Mother Earth continues her journey through the galaxy. Right now, from November 2020 to the end of January 2021, you will be crossing a large quantum field of crystalline particles. This will also prompt you to let go of what you need to let go of in order to open up to new experiences. It is not surprising that many of you are going through the phases of the end of the cycle, either in your affective relationships or in any other situation that involves family and work environments. You are being called to the new, and these 3 months, November, December and January, will bring you strong momentum for great changes. Beloveds, trust the forces that assist you. As we always say, now, you are receiving more assistance than ever. Nothing will change the plans already decreed by the Creator. Although your means tend to continue to instigate you with fear, and the servants of the negative forces continue to arrogantly deny that their plans have failed. you will find balance and security in your linear time. It will be evident to you that you are reaching a new state of consciousness that will not allow you to return to the old ways. These times are truly challenging, and many of you have been affected through the loss of your loved ones, and through all the chaos and stampede that the dark forces have created. But whatever the case, know that all of your efforts, and that all those who have been very directly affected by this whole situation, will be honored by your trust in the Supreme Creator. Another point that we would like to emphasize is the policies of your system. Of course, for some of you, or rather for most of you, everything seems to be as it has always been and that nothing seems to be changing. My dear ones, as much as it may not seem to you, the political arenas around the world, although they seem to be as they always have been. There are great movements behind the scenes for the implementation of drastic changes. It is important for you to continue with your meditations, so you can avoid any type of polarization. They will allow you to be attentive to them in the middle of the discussions that drain your energies, and they will leave you without the strength to combat any biological anomaly in your body. The Dark Ones, as we always say, know that when they go into extreme polarization, there is a dramatic drop in their physical immunity, making them vulnerable to various types of infections. Didn't they realize that months before launching the COVID-19 narrative, they put you in extreme discussions to incite you to go through states of separation through different accusations at different social levels? The negatives know it and have been using this weapon for a long time. Some simple examples of meaning are the inflammations of rival groups in politics or sport. This also includes other media, through statements that say that A is better than B, and groups of superiors and inferiors are created. All these discussions are to create separation. They are an attempt to take advantage of such movements, in order to disempower and weaken them. They incited you to go through extreme arguments to incite accusations and separation. Dear, regardless of your differences, you are one. The conquest of the inner world is the first crucial step for overcoming the outer world. These are difficult times, but they already announced to you that these are the times you were born for. You are the beacon of light in the midst of all the commotion that precedes a quantum leap. All the dirt that, for years, has been thrown under the carpet is now exposed. You also have to deal with your own shadows, the ones that you have saved for a long time, but you should know that by no means will you be alone in the middle of all these movements. Beloved ones, believe us, when we tell you that you are the bravest beings in the galaxy, because you have accepted the great challenge of bringing light to the planet, which has been dominated by darkness for a long time. I am Salusa from Sirius, and I'll tell you that my presence with you will be more active in the coming months. You will continue to see our spaceships in your skies, especially when we act to clean up the toxic gases that are continually released into the atmosphere. This is a special request from Gaia for we, of our space, and we are counting on you, allies from the surface. We trust you, just as you trust us, as we do our part in what is within our jurisdiction, and you, as the Galactic Federation incarnate on Earth, perform the tasks that you are called to perform. We are all components of the galactic forces of space. We always honor the galactic codex that has been entrusted to us. We leave you our love and blessings. Salatharina Al-Arjatan. In Syrian, we are all one. Be in peace. Stay in the light. I am Salusa, through Naval Gabriel RL.
The dissemination and circulation of this message are highly recommended. The time has come to radiate on a larger scale these new energies, carriers of joy,